Hello, I am Samantha Shields. And first and foremost, I want to thank you for allowing me to do this reading with you and taking the time to listen to me and even giving me the opportunity as a new writer. I appreciate it. This is my first reading, official reading, I guess I could say. And I'm going to take a little bit of advantage of it because it's a great opportunity. Usually in readings, the author gives some kind of context as to what inspired the piece. So I'm going to just give you an idea. I'm a public school teacher in the city of Houston. And so just like the rest of you, I experienced COVID. and I experienced the summer of 2020, and I experienced the chaos that was the last year to year and a half to whatever. At this point, I don't even know how much time we've been dealing with this. And so what I noticed in that time, which was weird, was that I, as a person who suffers from generalized anxiety and generalized depression, was extremely calm, and that was abnormal for me. And so that paradox of being in a time of utter chaos and feeling calm and safe is what inspired this poem. So without further ado, I'm going to give you Survivor's Guilt. Black people are dying, and I have never felt safer. March was the first month in years without a school shooting. I can't remember the last time I hadn't experienced a shooter drill. Black people are 8 times more likely to be stopped by police. I have only driven a handful of times, mostly to ensure my engine doesn't die, and I haven't had to worry about the cops. Houston has thousands of untested rape kits. The parks have been closed, so I don't have to think about being raped while exercising during Houston's cooler evenings. Texas has over 300,000 trafficking victims at any given time. I don't have to be extra vigilant around the Uber and or Lyft drivers or vans in parking lots. 59% of Black consumers have been surveilled. I don't have to concern myself with clerks following me to confirm I'm not shoplifting. Houston has the highest number of drunk driving fatalities in Texas. I spend very little time on the roads now. 10% of public school teachers say they have been threatened by students, and 6% have been physically attacked. Classes have been online since March, so I haven't had to second guess myself, fearing the consequences of defending myself against a child who would likely be much larger than me. 18% of all hate crimes in the United States are motivated by an anti-LGBTQIA hatred. I haven't had to give homophobes a second thought because date nights are now at home. I haven't felt this safe since I was a child sleeping in my parents' bed. Even as Black people are dying from COVID-19 2.6 times more than their white counterparts. 60% of workers are people of color. Of delivery workers are people of color. And 74% of janitors are people of color. They are considered expendable. I thank God every day that I'm not essential. Black women earn 61 cents to every dollar a man makes. And 16% of Black people living in Texas are uninsured. My wife just went back to work this week. And even with the possibility that she could come home positive, I'm still comforted despite our high risk factors. We have coverage. Anti-insomnia prescriptions have increased by 21% during the quarantine. My sleep pattern has been decimated, but I'm not tossing and turning ruminating on the threats I used to face daily by merely walking out of my door and going to work. For every 100 white men who are given management roles, only 60 Black women will be promoted, despite being the most educated demographic in the United States. Being passed over for promotions has ensured that I get to work from home a little bit longer. I get to hold on to this peace for a few more days. I get to experience some comfort in this storm. Maybe I should feel guilty. But is it my guilt to feel? Perhaps I should do something. But am I the one who needs to act? Maybe I should speak out. But is it my words that will make a change? I sometimes weep at the numbers, at the pictures, at the hashtags, the names. Is it wrong to feel gratitude that I'm not among them? I am a Black lesbian, and I am grateful for what little privilege I have to speak of at this moment. This feeling of security is such a rare and precious gift, and Black people are dying. Thank you.